Notts County Talk, we are live for another episode of the Pavis Perspective, 181 episodes, and our first with a preview for Bristol Rovers, or any Bristol team really. We've never been high enough to be in the Championship. So our first for any of the Bristol sides. Going to be an interesting one tonight. We obviously didn't have a show last Thursday. We were at the Football Content Awards. Holly says, couldn't believe neither of you were tied to the podcast awards. That was your downfall. We actually share a tie. And when we did rock, paper, scissors to see who would wear it, we drew. So we just decided against wearing a tie. But yeah, thank you to everyone that did vote. It was fantastic to just be nominated, but some massive podcasts in that category as well. If you are listening back on Spotify, please do drop that 5-star review. As always, helps us out massively. And use the code Pavis Perspective if you want refurbished computers or computer repairs from our channel sponsor. Our sponsor, the Pavis Perspective, Better Bytes Computers. Whoa, loads to talk about, George. As I said, no show last week. Since the last show, I mean, we briefly chatted about Harrogate, but we didn't do too well against Colchester, did we?
No, we didn't.
Is that what you've got to say on the whole thing?
No, it
was poor.
It just reminded me a bit, not in such as the game, but it just we sort of talked about, didn't we, that under Maynard, you felt like against managers like the Cowleys, he struggled. And we've not seen much of that this season. We sort of put that to bed, don't you think? We were discussing it, weren't we, a week or two ago? And then you come up against him again, and he's got our number, hasn't he?
Yeah, I remember going there last season. We went there away last season, didn't we? And it was like, win this, and we could be like pushing towards that top three, and we just laboured. So I think it was we lost 1 or 2-0, and we never really got going in that game.
Really dull game on it.
It was poor. So yeah, seemingly got our number. Couple of things before we chat Bristol Rovers. The first is our giveaway for a home or away shirt has rolled over again. Now, the first week, someone did guess a team to score in the exact minute, except Tranmere scored the party and scored earlier. This week, the first team to score was in the 7th minute, and someone did predict Swindon. However, Notts also scored in the 7th minute. So I went to VAR review, and Notts scored in 6 minutes 23, because that counts as the 7th minute. And Swindon, unfortunately, 36 seconds later. So we roll over again. So great guess, but we roll over again to tomorrow's predictions. And a new part of the channel, teased it on our socials. I don't care if I'm 30. I'm getting the EFL sticker book. I've got the EFL sticker book. But I know a lot of people want the Notts County Talk mugs. They're back, aren't they, George? They're back. Notts County Talk mugs. So every week, we're going to open a pack of EFL stickers. And if there's a Notts County player in the EFL sticker pack, we're going to be doing a giveaway on that show. So massive chance to win a Notts County Talk mug. Limited edition, remember? How long was it, George, before your tea goes cold?
Well, look, we've obviously moved into Ireland. I've had to move the workshop over here, and it's took me longer than I thought. It's been quite difficult. We've met with some really difficult situations in terms of heat, in terms of space. But look, previously they never went cold. Basically, the hot drinks. We all know that. Everyone that has one knows that the drinks just don't go cold in these cups ever. But unfortunately, at the moment, it's like we're obviously the move and everything. It's only a year.
Yeah, only a year. It only keeps it warm for a year. So we will have a potential giveaway if we draw a Notts player out of these pack of EFL stickers. But let's chat Bristol. I'm really intrigued to chat Bristol. I mean, we talk some teams, don't we? And we've played them sort of. Grimsby, how many times have we done a preview for Grimsby? It was the same with Wrexham. How many times have we played Wrexham? Stockport. But we're yet to play Bristol, like I said. So we're going to chat Bristol Rovers. We've got Kaz on. Kaz, how are we doing?
Hello, I'm good. How are you?
Yeah, good, thank you. I know we briefly spoke before the show, but someone just slated us for not wearing our tie at the Football Content Awards. You actually are the founder of Her Game too, and you got 3 awards, didn't you?
We did. I mean, we got 1 gold, 1 silver, 1 bronze. So yeah, it was a really good night for us. That was unexpected. So, and congratulations to you guys being nominated as well. It's a huge achievement.
Yeah, appreciate it. Thank you. From things to celebrate to things not really going your way. I'm sorry if I had to bring it up, but there's no way to go about a match preview. Have you lost 7 consecutive league games?
Yes, we got a cheeky little win in the FA Cup against Bromley, but other than that, yeah, 7 straight defeats after unbeaten in September and our manager being nominated for Manager of the Month. Like, how does that happen, right? It's crazy.
It is. Are fans behind the manager, or have they turned, or is it split? I mean, 7 losses is that's unprecedented, really.
Yeah, I mean, it's borderline unforgivable, but I think the majority of Rovers fans are very much of the opinion that this goes beyond the manager. A lot of people calling for the board to speak out, to go. It's a repeated pattern within the last few months, as Agar said, and we feel we're at the point now where if you change the manager again, that nothing's going to change. It's very toxic at the club at the minute. The owners are silent. We don't know where we're going. We can't see any progression on or off the pitch. So, yeah, I would say actually Darrell Clarke is the one sort of saving grace within the fan base at the minute, because he is the one person that gets the fans and gets the club. So the majority of our fans are very much DCing owners out at this stage. So, yeah, he's got our backing at the minute.
Fair enough. I'd say polar opposite to us. I think, if we lost 3 in a row, I think our fans would be calling for Patterson's head, but would back the owners. So, yeah, very, very different. Are you surprised you're even in this position in terms of being in League Two? Because when I was looking at the League One table and watching the end of the season, I thought, well, Bristol never even crossed my mind as a side that might go down with sort of 2 months to go.
Yeah, well, me neither. I think actually when I was looking at the summer and getting Darrell Clarke back, that for me was a sign that everything was going to be okay again. We felt that this club needed to restore unity more than anything, and he is the man to do it. But for some reason, it's now not translating onto the pitch, although it did in September. It was great, and we started to fly, and we saw actually there was players that were fighting for the shirt, and Darrell had brought in a bunch of players that actually wanted to play for Bristol Rovers again. So it's actually quite baffling how it's just suddenly fallen off a cliff the way that it has. You go unbeaten in September, and then you're losing 4-0, 4-1, 4-0, and then losing 7 in a row. I can't quite put my finger on what it is, and all I can think is that actually there's bigger problems within the club. So yeah, unfortunately, on reflection, now this has happened. Maybe we should have all seen her coming, but we didn't. And yeah, we had hopes that we were going to push to go straight back up, but it seems like we're a club that are on the decline. And actually, what we need now is reassurance from our owners that that's not the case. And we desperately need a win. We need to start turning this around, because if we don't do it soon, then sack the manager or not, we're in big trouble.
Yeah, I mean, in my preseason predictions, I had you finishing 3rd. I don't know where. Well, I definitely don't see that now.
No.
I might be wrong. I think a few years back, Forest Green had back-to-back relegations. That's not going to happen, is it? Surely.
You don't know. I mean, we've been here before. We went down to non-league a few years back, and it was our first time dropping out the league in 97 years, I want to say. And then we didn't expect it. But if a club is rotten to the core, then unfortunately it doesn't matter who you get in. I mean, we've got Tom Lockyer in, and he's easily a championship defender, yet we're still leaking goals. So we've got some really, really good players like Josh McEachran. Kevin was on fire in September. Looked a good striker, but again, we can't even create chances now. I don't know what's gone on internally within the squad, but we look like a defeated side. No matter what caliber of player we've got in, it's just not going our way at the minute, and the mentality of the squad is so weak. If you go 1-0 up on Saturday, you're guaranteed to win. We are not a club that is able to recover from going 1-0 down. So yeah, it's bleak at the minute, and all we can hope for is that we get the owners to speak up and tell us that something's happening. There's talks of a takeover as well. I don't know how true that is, but obviously if that happens, that has potential to lift the mood. So yeah, we just need something to happen to turn it around. And whether that's just winning a game or even just getting a clean sheet at the minute might be a turning point. But yeah, it's worrying for sure. I mean, Cheltenham on Saturday was awful. There was just no sign that we were ever going to win that game. And then once we went 1-0 down, that was it. So yeah, I don't think it's out of the question at this stage, unfortunately.
Has that been the case? Has that been the case all month though, or has it just sort of been the last sort of few games after getting a few defeats? Like, has the performance has been there at all, or has it just sort of been, a real clear void in levels?
It's funny because September wasn't that long ago, and we were looking at that and we were thinking, yeah, like we're pretty unstoppable at this point. But again, you reflect and you look back, and we were only winning those games narrowly. Like we've not won a game this season by more than one goal. There were times where teams were battering us and we still managed to scrape the win. So I think actually winning games wasn't sustainable, and it was going to get to this point where actually we stopped having luck sort of going our way. Like there was a goal where it was scored and it was scored by the wind. you get moments where you are a little bit lucky. However, it's kind of like that, even though there were warning signs, the fall off has been huge. Like, how can you go from being unbeaten in September to then losing by so much? It wasn't just losing 1-0 here and there, 4-0, 4-1 to Crawley. It's so the whole thing is really strange. Like, it's just been a complete nosedive. So yeah, I honestly cannot put my finger on what has caused it. But I do think when you look at those games in September that we've won, I mean, we were 3-0 up at Newport away, and then it ended up being 3-2, and it looked to a point where Newport were going to equalise. We haven't been comfortable winning these games. So, yeah, I do think it was a bit of a false narrative at one point this season. But yeah, we are desperate to get another win and lift mood around the club as a whole, because it's so bad.
It's so strange how football works, because I'm looking in the comments and I'm guessing you and a lot of Bristol Rovers fans cannot see where another win comes from. But I am nervous to go up against a side that's lost 7 in a row, because that run has to end at some point, whether that's a draw. And from our last 2 games, 1 point from 2 home games, a draw for us is not good enough. There's a comment here that says, don't underestimate how generous Knots are if your opponent's on a bad streak. Absolutely. We will just hand you a victory somehow. So it's a strange one. I mean, there can't be many fantastic performers, but we asked this to everyone, and I've got one question from someone in the comments. But is there one player that we should watch out for? I mean, you've named a few players that we know the names of, but is there anyone that maybe goes under the radar that opposition fans should keep an eye out for?
I mean, yeah, it's difficult at the minute, but Kevin, obviously, if he gets the opportunity, he's a great goal scorer. He doesn't need many chances to score a goal. So he's definitely one. In September, we were thinking what a find this was from Switzerland. So I would say Kevin. I'd say if Josh McEachran's back, I'm not sure if he is. He had an operation a few weeks back. So hopefully he's back in the side, because he is someone that does slip under the radar a little bit, but he's just very good at keeping the game sort of under control and making wise decisions. And Darryl Clark alluded to it in his interview after the Cheltenham defeat, and said he's looking forward to having more leaders back in the side. And I think that was probably a nod to someone like Josh McEachran, who is a bit more experienced, who can put his arm around some of the younger players and motivate them to, like I said earlier, if we go 1-0 down at the minute, it's just, that's it. Whereas someone like Josh McEachran being back in the side alongside Lockyer could help to lift and motivate the squad to fight back. So yeah, I'd say those two. And our goalie, actually, Southwood, despite having conceded a few, there were a few games he's been on international duty and we've conceded quite a lot. But Southwood is genuinely quite a good shot stopper at times. So perhaps him as well. But to be honest, I can't see us getting anything from the game. So I hope you are right that we have to lose that streak at some point.
Yeah, we give our predictions at the end, and I'm still undecided. I just can't see a win. This question's from Adam. Comes pretty much every week for our guests, and then I just want to ask you a score prediction. Where is your favourite League Two away day, and which is your least favourite?
Ooh, that's a good one. I think my least favourite has to be Barrow. That's a long old poke for anybody. And I went, I think we got a draw up there a couple of seasons ago, and there's just nothing around. Like, I think there's a Wetherspoons in the town centre, but that's about it. And an uncovered away end. So yeah, not the most fun journey, and it's miles away. Favorite League Two away day. I mean, for us, we like the local ones, so the Cheltenhams, the Swindons. I would say probably the best out of the local ones is Swindon away. It's a spicy one, and it's always good fun, no matter the result.
Yeah.
So
fair enough. We went to Barrow and lost in the 98th minute this season, so it was
how
not.
far is it from you?
Well, not sure about distance, but it took 3.5 hours, maybe 3:45. Yeah, it's a long one. It's a long
from
one.
anyone, isn't it?
It's so far, and then when you've lost, you've got to come back. Yeah, not fun. So I know it's difficult, but score prediction.
Oh gosh, I mean, do I go with my head or my heart? What do I do? Whilst I hope you're right in a sense that we have to win at some point, I just think the morale is so low at the minute. Best I can hope for is perhaps we hold firm and get a draw, which is not likely to even create a chance at the minute. So I'm gonna go in the middle, and I'm gonna go based on what you're saying, a 0-0 draw. And I think we take that at the minute, because obviously your result on the weekend as well. There's hope for us that you might be slightly off form now, and your morale might also be a little bit low. So let's go with that. I mean, you're probably going to absolutely thump us, but we'll go 0-0. Yeah. Just come on, gas.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't take it. We need a win. Kaz, appreciate you for coming on, giving up your Thursday. So thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you. It's lovely to chat. And may the best team win on Saturday.
Yeah, should be. Hopefully it's a good game because it's a long old drive. So
yeah.
Cheers. Thank you.
Cheers.
Yeah. George has disappeared on me. So let's have a look at some of your questions. Adam says, how many are we taking to Bristol? Not sure. There are still a few tickets available last time I looked. Adam says, is it time to give Pero a go? Goalkeeper. No, I don't think it is. I think I don't think that would be a good idea, because it's far too risky to do that. I think it's even risky giving Griffiths a go. I think that would be risky. But there is talk, isn't there, of us having an very experienced 36-year-old League Two goalkeeper. Jamie Jones, I think, played 26 games for Salford last season. The elephant in the room is, and it's all in the comments, is Kel Roos. George, just what? I don't know. I don't know what to say anymore.
Do you know the thing is, it's difficult, innit? Because if we're going to be honest, we don't want to come in here and start slating individual players. We don't. We really don't want to do that. It's not very nice. It's kind of not what we're about as a channel. But, it's so glaringly obvious, and we also want to be authentic. You know what I mean? So we kind of have to, we have to talk about it, because it's cost us so many points this season already. I think it's such fine margins when you're chasing that top three, innit? Such fine margins. It's literally last season. How many times could we have got top three last season?
So many times,
and it's just it just takes that one game towards the end of the season for there to be a mistake in. And I know you're putting a lot of onus on it being on the keeper, but already this season he's cost us points, and he's conceded goals that he should quite easily have saved. So there's been one or two games where you're thinking, yeah, you know what, he's turned a little bit here and he's improved, but then he'll come to the next game and he'll just do something, and you just think, we can't have this inconsistency in the squad. We just can't.
For me, it's this simple. The question is this: can we get promoted with him in goal? That's the question.
If the defense are on point, yeah. But I mean, the defense
answer to me is no.
Yeah,
we can't.
Yeah. I think you're right. Yeah.
I genuinely don't think we can, because I was looking at the goalkeepers we bought in under the Reitz brothers, right? And you look at like Patterson, superb for Sunderland. Yaros, do you know Yaros was playing last night for Ajax in the Champions League?
Yeah.
And then you've got the other extremes. You've got Ashby Hammond, didn't really work for us at all. Who else did we bring in? Aidan Stone did not work for us. His first game he got sent off, didn't he?
He's gone right down the pyramid as well, hasn't he?
Yeah. So they're very hit and miss with a lot of players. And I think the massive success of Ruben Rodriguez, Macaulay Langstaff, albeit Cal Roberts, if he wasn't injured, where would Cal Roberts be now? The massive success of those players, I think, sometimes detract from the fact that I would say the signings, and I know you could say it's about most of them, but I would say the signings are genuinely 50-50. I really would, because even look at this season. Has Norburn done anything yet? No, he hasn't. Traore, nothing at all. Roos, no. Oh, Joffrey, I know, not permanent. No. Cotter, no. So when you balance it out, yes, the promotion season was a good one, but you've got seasons like this where things just aren't clicking. I don't think we can get promoted with him in goal, personally. So our poll question this evening is, who would be a better goalkeeper for Notts? Myself or George, basically.
This is legally binding, by the way. Whoever wins this will actually get a contract from Notts.
Yeah, they will. So do you want to give your little piece of why people should choose you over me to be the goalkeeper of Notts?
So I'm 6'8". I'm obviously naturally tall. I actually used to be a keeper when I was a bit younger. I've probably not played in goal for about must be 10 years. But I often dream about it. And I dream about how good I am. So I think you should vote for me.
Is that all you've got to say?
That's all I've got to say. I think you've written something down there, haven't you?
I haven't written something down. I'm just looking at the poll votes, and you've got 65% of the votes.
There you go. It worked. My little thing there worked.
I wish you could re-vote, because I think you should vote for me. I actually go to the games, so I'll be in goal.
I would move.
You can't claim a cross from Ireland, can you? You can't claim a cross from Ireland. Yeah. So you have to vote for me. Hang on, 98% of people voted for me now. That's insane. Can you hear that?
What?
It's Notts making money off the Nest again from Forest opponents. Just got a notification. Malmo, I assume Malmo are allowed in the Nest tonight. They bring a good following from Sweden. Fantastic. I was talking to actually a Forest fan at work that had no clue about the Nest. And they were like, what? So every time Forest play, Notts just make money in there? I was like, yeah, love it. Making money off Forest playing some decent sized teams. So there we go. Let's have a look. Yes, Stephen says Cal Roberts scoring goals for Scunthorpe. He is, but yeah. Do you know what I will say about Roos is, and I was on, I don't know if anyone saw, I was on the League Two, debate last night with Gab Sutton from about 6:30. And the first question he asked me was about the goalkeeping situation. And I don't blame Roos. I'm not blaming Roos, because what I said to Gab is, if Notts offered me a contract to play in goal, I'm not turning that down. I'll be awful. I'll be horrendous. But I'm not turning it down. Why would Roos turn it down to come back from Series C, regionalised league, to come and play in the EFL with a side looking to get promoted? And if you're looking optimistically, you could be a goalkeeper in League One again. There's no blame on him. The blame is solely on him for being signed. Like, if he can't claim a cross or can't do this and that, that's not developed just because he's signed for Notts and wants to do it. There are reasons why, apart from your one Derby friend that that said he was incredible. Do you remember?
Yeah.
That people didn't have a good word to say. Like,
coincidentally, his name was Jordan as well. So
was it?
Must be a Jordan thing.
They're not very trustworthy.
They're not.
Actually, he is, because I think if Jordan's watching this and he hears me say that, he'd be really, really upset.
He'd be upset.
He would be upset. He's a lovely lad, that.
Lovely lad.
But at the same time, like, that's why I don't like hammering him. But he's just not the standard. What do you think about every time he gets the ball at Meadow Lane? Every time he catches it, there's like almost ironic cheers. It can't be doing him any good.
No, it can't. But I just feel like there's been opportunity for him to. I feel like the fans got behind him. There's been opportunity for performances to improve. Every time he gets the ball, there is that, but there's also the Roos. It sounds like booing, but It's not. Everyone's just saying Roos. So he's got that little bit where like fans are getting behind him. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I don't think it's like he was completely written off. But look, at the end of the day, football it's a results business, isn't it? Football, and if if you are costing your team results in the ways that he has done this season, you've got to be caught up on it, I think.
What are your thoughts on if we do? I mean, nothing's been confirmed that I've seen, but what are your thoughts on if we do have a goalkeeper on trial, 36 years old? Yeah, but a month before the transfer window opens, do you think we can wait the whole of December with 18 points up for grabs? And if you include Bristol, I think if you include Bristol Rovers, it might be 18 or it might be 21 No, I think it's 18 with Bristol Rovers. Are you waiting? Are you waiting to try and get someone on loan or someone in? Or are you pulling the trigger now? Because you could potentially end up with a goalkeeper that played 26 games last season, hasn't played in a long time, and comes in and is just this similar.
Yeah. It's all about risk and reward, isn't it? I think getting him in training is obviously ideal. If we're doing the 11v11s, I think probably get a good scope of where he's at, in a sort of standard game. I always feel like January is a bit of a difficult window. I think if Notts were going to bring anyone in January, I feel like it'd be from the leagues below, if that makes sense. I don't think we'd be going upwards and bringing someone in of quality, because that would be paying over the odds, and Notts just don't do things like that, I don't think, anymore. Yeah. It's all sort of weighed out and balanced. Look, it's a big conundrum, isn't it? And it's sort of the main one and the biggest one that Montague will have to face on his return to Notts, I think.
Jones last played on the 11th of March, and he played a consecutive run of 10 matches in goal. And in those 10 matches, not saying this is just him, Salford won 1 of 10.
Yeah, get him in.
I'm not saying that I'm not saying that's him at all. And actually, I've seen a couple of the games. He's 5 out of 7 shots faced, he saved. 4 out of 5 he saved. So not the end. Will says, I think it'll be a loan play if we can offload Cotter or Al Joffrey. I'd take that. Charlie says, think Jones will sign until January. But then you're restarting the process again, aren't you? You're going to get... Are the club rating Roost that poorly that you're going to bring a keeper in for 6 games and then get rid of him and then bring someone else in? Or not get rid of him. I mean, he could potentially be good, couldn't he? It's tough. Dale says, Tom and George, how many points will we get next month with Roos in goal? I don't know if I can solely answer that.
Yeah, look, it's difficult, isn't it? And we've also got to be careful to sort of balance it as well. What was it? Not the last game before. If we'd have won that game against Harrogate, we'd have been top of the league.
Yeah.
I mean, let's not get carried away. Do you know what I mean? It's not like we're going to be outside the playoffs come the end of the season in this form. We had a bit of a ropey start to the season, but we sort of picked up. We're on a bit of a iffy turn at the moment, but I think on paper we play Bristol at a good time to get confidence up. I don't like playing teams that have lost that many consecutively, because you do feel like Notts are the ones that sort of seem to end those runs for teams, don't you? But look, I don't think we can pin too much on him, but I think he is the weak point in the squad. Massively.
I think if they're confident that this keeper we've got in could do the business, like comment here, smacks of signing anyone not attached to a team, at least Aidstone Court Crossers. If they're confident that that's the upgrade we need, fair enough. If they are that desperate to get a goalkeeper in, they must know they've massively messed up. And I'm not going to go say any more than this, because this doesn't change what's happened. If we have Alex Bass in goal, we are top of the league, without a doubt. Without a doubt, we're top of the league, because we've already lost 5-6 points. Just looking at the overreaction thing that you kind of were saying then. Walsall were flying. They won, like 6 and 7 and 8. And then they drew 1-1 to Crawley, lost at home to Barrow, lost to Cheltenham. 3 consecutive games, 1 point from 3 games. They currently sit 1 point clear at the top. We're not on a run that bad. Like I know we're talking negatively here about one player, but I'm not overreacting. I don't think we need to worry that much. Unless you're Man City, in the last, sort of not this year, but the last few seasons, or Arsenal this season, or Coventry this season, you're going to lose games at the top of the league.
Yeah.
You're going to lose games at the top of the league. I look at the bottom, whatever now. Newport, Harrogate, Shrewsbury, Cheltenham. We'll probably lose to one of those. Doesn't mean our season's going to be defined. I think we're doing okay. If you said to me, the day after we appointed Martin Patterson, Tom, after 17 games, you're going to be 5th, 2 points off automatics and 4 points off the top of the league with a goal difference of +9. Would you like to take that or risk it? I'd have taken it every day. Every day. Yes, we didn't play very well against Colchester. Like Ewan says here, we weren't good against Colchester, full stop, more than just Roos.
Yeah.
And Harrogate was frustrating. The Harrogate goal was quite lucky, and we were bailed out by that penalty. But let's not forget what happened just 2 weeks ago against Cheltenham. We were outstanding for the first half, and we're without Jones and Palmer in that second half, and we still hold on. Look what happened before that. We went and won 2-0 at home to Cambridge, 2-2 away at the league leaders Swindon, 1 away at Barnet, beat Oldham at home. I could keep going on. There's positive signs. There's positive signs throughout the squad. What are your concerns? Because although we're 5th, and I've just read out those stats, I still have a few concerns. What are yours, apart from Roos?
We obviously seem to... I think it's the same for most squads, but it just seems amplified because it's our squad, doesn't it? But we seem to have quite a lot of injuries. And I feel like, I could be wrong in saying this, but I just feel like the team changes quite a bit.
Too much for your liking?
I don't know. There'll be a run of games where, because there's been a few times this season where we've gone unchanged.
Yeah.
But then I just feel like that hasn't happened. I just feel like there's been times where you feel like, oh, this is the settled squad now, and we're looking confident, and then something will happen, we'll get an injury, things like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
That's one of my concerns. Another one of my concerns is, I think someone's actually put it in the live chat earlier on. I'm sorry, I can't remember who put it. But it's Dennis since his return from injury. It's not been the same player.
Yeah, but is that because he's not getting the game time?
Probably. It probably isn't. But then you have to fire, don't you? You look like Jata's played, quite well for us. There's been maybe more recently questionable performances, but the majority of the season he's been great, hasn't he?
Yeah, he has. He has been good. He has been good. Right, should we get to this giveaway?
Go on then.
So I'm going to mention it again for people that have just joined. The EFL sticker book is out.
I'm excited for this.
Right, and it's got Nick Cerullo on the front. Wow. First of all.
It's amazing.
Wow. Look at that. Nick Cerullo up there with a few of the decent players in there. None as good. But what we thought is, I'm going to go back to my childhood. Actually, were you more stickers or cards when you did the football?
Beyblades.
Beyblades. They're not stickers or cards.
Oh yeah. No, cards. I think I had one sticker book. It was like Euro something. Early 2000.
Yeah, they were good though.
Shoot, I actually have them somewhere nearby. The shootouts from early 2000. 5-star shiny Henri.
Yes, you used to trade them at school like gold dust. Gold dust.
Can you remember that 2-star shiny that was? There was always a random 2-star shiny.
It was a Portsmouth player, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think it was.
I think it was a Portsmouth player. It wasn't Pedro Mendes.
It might have been.
It might have been Pedro Mendes. Anyway, you were the kid at school in the corner trying to trade like all your players for like Papa Bouba Diop or someone like that. Just trying to get those really niche players to finish your collection.
I was the type of guy to invite you around my house, and then I'd tell my mum to hide your cards, and then what could you do about it at the tender age of 7? You know what I mean?
Yeah, your mum's there like, I haven't touched them.
I ain't touched them.
You can't prove someone else's mum wrong. You can't. And when my mum's not coming to call your mum out when she picks me up.
Exactly.
So we're done. Basically, each week on the show, we're going to open one of the packs. So we've got 5 packs to start off with. Doing my maths, 5 packs means 5 weeks. But people have been asking us for the mugs. The Notts County Talk mugs. The infamous Notts County Talk mugs. And we thought, what better way than to open a pack a week. And if there's a Notts County player in there or the Notts County badge, we'll give away a mug.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
So, fresh pack, first pack of the whole thing. I'm excited. Panini EFL stickers. This is where you open the first pack, and because I'm not used to it, I'll rip the stickers. And I'll be devastated. I won't lie.
How many stickers do you get per pack?
So it's £1 a pack, and you get half a sticker.
Right.
And you have to match.
When you think about investment, that's good investment.
Oh, you'd be in the flashing green if you did this. I don't know. I would maybe get 5. Look at that. Opening that sticker pack. Wow. If there's a notch
show me that
here,
again. Show me that open pack again.
Look at that.
Incredible. Look at that.
Incredible.
Great.
Right. Here we go. Who have we got? We've got Jaden Stockley from Port Vale. Not having that. We've got a Gillingham and an Oldham sticker. Come on. We've got some Bolton Wanderers players. I was reminiscing then. Ivan Campo and JJ Okocha. UC Askelainen, your all-time favourite Prem goalkeeper. 2 left. We've got Bailey Cadamartri from Sheffield Wednesday. Last one, George, for this week. Are you feeling it? It is some Stockport County stickers.
I think you should double down.
Ooh, you think we go for 2 this week?
I think 2 packs.
2 packs. That means I've got to stick 10 stickers in. I've not got a steady hand.
Neither have I.
We'll let people decide if we open a second lot of stickers. But that is taking me back to my youth. That's taking me back to my youth. As I said, went to watch Notts. I assume it's about Roos. Went to watch Notts train the other day. Someone threw him his packed lunch and he punched it. Let us know if you want one more pack opening today or not. Let us know. I think we stick to 1. Stick to 1. Let us know if you've got any sticker albums still saved. I never finished one. I remember the 04-05 Premier League season was a great one. Superb.
You never finished one?
No, they were well expensive, and I'm sure they used to withhold cards until later.
Right.
It'd be like
I feel like one year I had the Shootout book, and I feel like I might have completed it, but I bought some directly from Shootout to finish.
Could you do that?
Yeah, but there was like, obviously, I think it was like 30 or 40p per card, which back then would have been quite a lot.
Yeah.
Not quite a lot, but like a pack would have been like 20p or something.
Yeah. So you do, yeah. As I said, Brazil World Cup complete. Wow. First sticker in my son's book, Jody Jones Elite card. Nice. Love that. There must be a Nick Cerula 10-star shiny or whatever it's called. Love it. Okay. So we look ahead to Bristol Rovers. I've already said I'm not happy. I'm not happy playing a side that lost 7 in a row. I'm really not.
No.
I know it's only one more game. I can't see them losing 8 in a row. I really can't. No. I mean, the fact they're still behind the manager, does that make you feel a bit like put us to shame a bit? Because if we lost 3 in a row, people would be, out with pitchforks after Patterson.
Well, you look at Harrogate, don't you? And you just think, on paper, we should have annihilated those in their form. Yeah. Colchester, I mean, I think we're just going to struggle against Colchester. I just do. But we shouldn't have lost in that manner, I don't think.
No way.
I mean, it'd be interesting to see what Patterson's saying to them to sort of get them up for this game. Is he sort of saying, these are in terrible form, or is he not getting ahead of himself? It'd be interesting to see how he sort of manages these games,
It would. I'm just looking. Richard says completed the 96 coin collection. I completed the 2004 one, I think it was.
Coin collection?
Yeah. I said
you showed me that the other day.
Yeah, coin collection. I found it in the garage. 1994 Premier League sticker album. First team I completed was Dundee. In 81 was Dundee United. Someone completed the 1980 collection. Yeah. Right. So this is the team we've come up with. It's a joint team. And here it is. We've got Roos in goal.
Look at that.
And Roos has... I can't see us getting anyone in. Do you know what I mean?
I do know what you mean.
I can't see us getting anyone in.
No.
So So we've got Roos in goal. We've got Makari, Ness, and Bedu. Would you bring Platt back in? Because we've discussed this briefly. You bringing Platt back in or not?
No.
Ewan says, why on earth have you dropped Conor Grant? We'll explain that in a second.
Ewan, just leave Grant alone, all right?
Yeah, leave Grant alone.
No, you like him, Ewan.
No, Ewan's always bad-mouthing Grant. He's missed out the word sooner. So it should, why on earth have you dropped Conor Grant sooner? Cerullo and Bennett start as backs. Palmer and Robbo start in the middle. Here's what we're thinking. If we go to Bristol Rovers away, with Grant, I think Grant's great. I think Grant had a fantastic, he's had a decent, not fantastic, a decent season. Very good, not worthy of what, is people have been saying about him.
Yeah.
I think if you go Grant and Eel, I want Eel Pender in there for a bit of, I know he's not been fantastic, for a bit of kind of, I don't know, a bit more muscle in there away at Bristol Rovers, who are probably going to try and make the game horrible because that's what they've got to do. It'll be one of those games that won't be very nice to watch because they'll be trying anything to get a win. Hall just offers a bit more attacking threat, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Grant is a good player, but Hall could just give us that little bit. And I know Grant set up Hall's winner against Barnet, but that 1 minute that Hall could just do something, I think makes them think, right, we need to be 5 yards deeper here because Tyrese Hall's playing. And then Jatta up top. The other option is to completely leave one of Eel Pender and Hall out and go Dennis and Jatta. Can you ever see a situation, George, where the formation, looks like this and we see Dennis and Jatta?
Definitely. Yeah, I can, yeah.
Would you go with that away at someone like Bristol Rovers who have lost 7 in a row?
I don't know. It's one of those, isn't it? It's a bold move, isn't it? It's a bold move that could come back to sting you if you don't win. You've
got no options off the bench, really. What did you make of Jarvis at the weekend?
Moments, I suppose. Yeah, a couple of moments in here, but I don't know. What did you make of him?
They got the ball to him enough, which I liked.
Yeah.
And he still has that thing where he takes it past the player. He just does have that.
Yeah.
But I don't know if you mentioned this. Some people are saying Jody's injured, some people are saying Jody's back. I don't know. I'm not sure. It'd be good if he's back. And Ewan says Grant can win your games off the bench. Impacts of exactly. Think of the assist against Barnet. I got the big vibes of like Maynard ball. The way we just crossed and it was just blocked and crossed and blocked again and again and again. So bringing Jarvis on allowed us to cut in, overlap, cross it different ways, but it just didn't work. I thought there was a penalty in there when Jatta was held, more than the penalty against Harrogate. It's good to see him, and it's good to know he's not written off, which I like. I think there's still a player in there, do you?
Yeah.
Jarvis looks a bit off on Saturday. A few off. Yeah, he's just barely played football, has he? He's barely played. I'm liking. Tell you, I'm liking. Big fan of Maz Kuyar.
I like Kuyar.
He's good. He's quicker than I expected.
Yeah.
Was he our first summer signing? I think he was.
We was impressed with him. Can you remember Alfreton?
Yeah, I do remember that. It was good. What struck me about that signing is I thought, okay, they're just trying to kick off the window by bringing someone in. Maybe it was the second signing. But he was definitely one of the first two. And I was like, this guy will not play football. He won't play for Notts. He'll be like a sort of like Curtis Edwards was for us. When he got back from injury, I thought, he won't start. Chris says Kuyar deserves a start. If I looked at the team sheet on Saturday and Kuyar starts, I'm not complaining. Definitely not complaining. And it keeps competition healthy. It does. Yeah. It does keep competition healthy. Right. I don't think anyone has got our anagram of buys inhalers. This might be the longest no one's got buys inhalers.
I haven't seen anyone get it. Definitely.
No, I haven't seen anyone get it. So whilst people try and work it out, George, have you got the answer to the poll question?
Yeah, I have. I've got them right in front of me. It's not good news, Tom. Who would be the best goalkeeper for Notts? Tom or George? Tom gets a measly 37% of the vote. George is victorious with 63% of the vote. Well,
Not celebrate with speech.
yeah, no, I'd just like to thank everyone that voted for me. To be honest with you, I couldn't be here without you. I really couldn't.
I think it's fixed. Personally, no, when we used to play five-a-side, you were a good keeper. I'll give you that.
Thanks.
I'll give you that. My best.
He's a good keeper. I tell you, he's a good keeper.
Jordan's
Jordan's very good.
Yeah.
Don't tell him though, because it goes to his head. Don't tell him.
Chris says Tom's distribution would let him down. It's the other way around. My distribution would be class, but I wouldn't be able to save. I wouldn't be able to save anything. So it was the other way around. Voted George in the poll. Reckon Tom would spill across and lose his confidence.
Yeah.
If someone booed me, I'd just walk off.
I've seen you spill gravy and lose your confidence.
Yeah. Well, I haven't even seen you at Notts game lately, so so that's that one done. No way is Will. Will's got it. Sean Brisley.
Yeah.
How has he done that?
I reckon you told him.
I haven't told him.
You told him.
I have not told him.
I think told him.
He's got too much time on his hands. Sean Brisley. He's used that website that's like notsanagram.solver.com.
Yeah, Jordan made it.
Jordan did make it. Spelled Notts with one T though. It's just shocking. But well done, Will. Sean Brisley. That's incredible. Yeah, decentish defender. Decentish. Callum says Jordan is a keeper, to be fair. I'd agree. Good keeper. In terms of goalkeepers, it goes...
Very questionable comment, that.
Yeah, I think it goes, in terms of the main ones on the channel, it goes Jordan top. I think go you second. I'm going to go me third. Will fourth, Jake fifth.
Why?
Why? Why what?
Why fourth and fifth in that order?
I don't know, there's something off about them, I think. I just don't think they'll be very good goalkeepers. Can't quite, I don't know, I can't put my finger on it, but I think the
I'll
first
say this though, they're a lovely pair of lads, I'll say that.
Yeah, they are good. And they would try their best. They would try their best.
They would do everything in their power.
Jake's confidence will be on the floor once he concedes.
Yeah.
He'd be on the floor. You'd have the ref going and telling him to stay on the pitch because he's like throwing a wobbly. Tom looks like
Oh, mate.
I was fuming about that.
Right, end the show.
Yeah, let's finish the show. Right, score prediction then. I'm just going to go straight in there, 1-1.
Oh, mate, don't say that.
They're not losing 8 in a row. Come on. They're not losing 8 in a row.
I'm gonna go 2-1, and I reckon we go in at half-time 1-0 down.
1-0 down?
And
what's the final score? 2-1?
2-1 to Notts.
I just can't... we have to win, but I just can't see a side losing 8 games in a row. It's not like they're in turmoil either. Like, you heard what Kaz said, like, people are behind the manager.
It's very, very much like the... very similar to the Ardley situation, I think.
Yeah,
People like the Ardley appointment and thereafter, but not the owner.
Yeah. Oh, tell you what, Charlie Whittaker's just scored again for Tranmere away at Grimsby.
Yeah.
Charlie Whittaker scored 2 at the weekend as well.
Yeah, he's doing well, isn't he?
Yeah. Got an assist a couple of games back. Oh, decent. I still wouldn't have him at Notts.
No.
I don't think I would. Let's have a look what people are saying then. We've got 2-1 Notts right there. We've got 5-5. No, thank you. But that's bringing back flashbacks of Luke Williams near the end. 2-0. 1-0 Connor Grant. 2-1 Jatta Brace. 2-0. Another sensible one from Callum. 8-0 Jarvis with all 8 in the last 10 minutes. Not sure how sensible that is. I think it'd be the last 15 minutes. 2-2. Notts get 2 own goals. My head would be on the floor after going all that way. Rovers 2, Notts 4. Do we still hate Bristol Rovers? My dad does. I don't.
Why?
I don't know. He's really all the time just is always hated Bristol Rovers. I think
I remember the wallpaper he had.
Bristol Rovers wallpaper.
Yeah, like how much he hates Bristol Rovers.
My dad watches the show.
Yeah.
He'll be really annoyed by that. He's never like, honestly, I didn't want to say this because like it's not worth saying anymore, but he's never liked you. 2-1 Knots, Dennis and Jatta. Will says 3-1, Hall and Jatta ×2. We've got Knots to win 2-1. We've got 3-1 Jarvis for all. 3-1 Jarvis for all. 2-2, 1-1, and there's so many to put in there. Someone says Charlie Whitaker scored again for Tranmere. Surely not 2-0. No, still 1-0. Still 1-0. So lots of predictions there. Interesting. It will be good if you go into Bristol. Safe travels. I'll be at Bristol. Jordan will be at Bristol. It's going to be an interesting game. I still stand by. I can't see Bristol losing 8 in a row. I hope I'm completely wrong. We get back on track. We've got a massive month coming up after this. December, Walsall, Grimsby, MK Dons, Chesterfield. A couple of those away games as well are going to be tricky. So we need to get the points on the board. We'll be back next Thursday. With the Pavis perspective. There'll be another chance at a mug giveaway with our EFL stickers. There's also a chance of a double rollover for a home or away shirt. So if you want a home or away shirt, all you have to do is pick which team is going to score the earliest goal or the first goal and put it in the comments of tomorrow's predictions video. So never know. You could win 2 things in a week on this channel. We'll have our usual post-match. As always, thank you for getting your comments in. Thank you all for your good chat this evening. And for getting your questions in for Kaz, who was another fantastic guest on the channel. Please leave a like and subscribe.